Let's begin with some breaking news coming in on the arrest of Karti Chidambaram. Jet Airways flight carrying Karti Chidambaram takes off from Chennai. He'll be presented, Karti Chidambaram will be produced in a CBI special court where the CBI is likely to seek his remand for questioning and custodial interrogation in the INX media case. Sometime around noon, Karti Chidambaram along with the team of CBI is expected to reach the national capital, after which he'll be produced at the CBI special court. The CBI likely to press for a custodial interrogation in this entire matter. Meetu Jain joins us live for more on the story. Meetu, clearly a move expected by the CBI. They are bringing him to the Patiala House Court and they are likely to seek for a remand. Any further details which the CBI has spelled out?
Well, from what we understand is that, remember, you need to complete a whole lot of formalities before you can bring Karti Chidambaram to the capital. At the moment, what is being done is the Panchnama is being completed. After that, there will be a medical test of Karti Chidambaram that would be done. All of that, we presume, is going to take at least a couple of hours. And after that, he would be booked on the next flight to Chennai. It's not before 3 o'clock that he can be brought to Delhi. And remember, he has to be produced before a magistrate within 24 hours. So essentially, the CBI's endeavour would be to arrive in Delhi and produce him before a magistrate before 24 hours are over. So essentially, he could be produced today, later in the day, at the Patiala House Court. But yes, where political parties are concerned, where the Congress is concerned, the Congress has released a statement. They are calling it witch hunt. They are saying this is an attempt by the Modi government to shift focus away from scams like the Nirav Modi scam, etc., etc.
Meetu, as you report in about the formalities that need to be completed, this entire medical tests and all the procedures that have to be completed are likely to happen in the national capital, or they'll be completed in Chennai before boarding the flight. What are your sources indicating to you?
No. These are details. No. These are formalities that have to be completed within Chennai.
Right.
We do understand that at the moment, at the airport, this is exactly what is being done. The formalities of the arrest are being completed, and after that there will be a medical checkup that will be done. It will be all done at the airport, and from the airport itself he would be taken to Delhi. So essentially whatever is being done will be done in Chennai itself,
right,
and not in Delhi. When he arrives in Delhi, the only thing that the CBI would be doing is they would be taking him to the Patiala House Court and producing him before a magistrate. They would be seeking a remand, perhaps of 14 days of judicial custody or police custody. We don't know how it would work out. But at the moment, yes, what we do understand is that the CBI would be asking for maximum remand in Delhi.
Right, Meetu, thank you so much for getting us all those details. We'll keep coming back to you as that crucial hearing happens in the national capital. So clearly, Meetu Jain reporting there that the formalities, the medical examination, which is a formality, has to be done under law, is likely to be completed in the city of Chennai as well, around sometime in the noon. Shalini Lobo reporting from Chennai has indicated that he's likely to be brought here around noon, and around 2 p.m. he could be produced at the Patiala House Court. Well, P. Chidambaram's son, Karti Chidambaram, has been arrested by the CBI. Karti returned from London this morning and was taken into the CBI custody directly from the airport. He had gone to London after a request he had given in the Madras High Court, and the High Court had allowed him to travel because there is a lookout circular against him. The CBI has alleged that a firm indirectly controlled by Karti had received rupees 10 lakh from the INX media. That's the heart of the case. That's the controversy. This firm was run by Indrani and Peter Mukherjee in 2007. There is an allegation of irregularities which were allegedly done at the Foreign Investment Promotion Board, the FIPB board, which is the nodal authority for giving any sort of clearance. This clearance was given to the INX media for receiving foreign direct investment worth rupees 305 crore. His father and the former finance minister of the country, P. Chidambaram, was then also at the helm of affairs. He was in charge of all these clearances which were given, and the CBI had also claimed that the invoices worth approximately 3.5 crore were raised in favor of INX media by other companies in which Karti had interest. Karti will now be brought to Delhi for further questioning. As far as the political standoff is concerned, the Congress has accused the Modi government of influencing the CBI, of using the CBI as a caged parrot, and this entire probe is nothing but a political vendetta. That's what the Congress has said so far.
All this corruption has happened because Mr. Chidambaram approved projects which should not have been approved. Aircel Maxis, INX, Air Asia, Vistara. These are all illegal. So, therefore, the trail will lead to Chidambaram.
We have to prove in court. They have, see, the CJ, when Karti Chidambaram's case came in the Supreme Court, he asked this more than 10 years old and where is the charge sheet? The CBI couldn't answer. I think so when we are applying for a bail, so I think so our legal lawyers will fight the case, and when the court, everything will come to open. Just because he is arrested, you just can't say he is purely that he involved. CBI is under the instruction of the Government of India, the Prime Minister, they are acting.
All right, joining us on this big story is Rajiv Dubey, Managing Editor of Business India Today, Rajdeep Sardesai, Consulting Editor, and also T.S. Sudhir and Akshay Anath, who will give us all the details and perspective on this big story which is holding. Rajiv, coming to you first. Clearly, this is a very important case, a very politically sensitive case which has come out. How do you expect at least the politics around it to unfold? The argument of the Congress has been that this is a diversionary tactic done to do away with the entire blame of the Nirav Modi scandal which has come out.
Look, we are virtually, Anusha, in election season now. In the run-up to the general elections, the political atmosphere is surcharged, and that might explain the stands being taken by the political parties. The fact is that Karti Chidambaram has been under the scanner for more than a year. So the Congress will be tempted to raise questions over the timing.
Right.
The BJP, on the other hand, is focusing on the substance of the charges against Karti Chidambaram. And the bigger question is, as Subramaniam Swamy, among others, are suggesting, whether that will eventually lead to Finance Minister P. Chidambaram.
Right.
So clearly the gloves are off. And I think that, in a sense, represents the kind of shrilled allegations that are being made. And it comes against the backdrop of the Nirav Modi banking scam, which really for the first time has pushed the Narendra Modi government on the defensive on the issue of corruption, an issue which they took to the people in the 2014 elections. Is corruption therefore the great equalizer, that the Congress is no different to the BJP or the BJP is no different to the Congress?
Right.
I think Narendra Modi wants to show that he is a leader with a difference, and therefore he will now, ahead of the Karnataka elections in particular, take the issue of the arrest of the former finance minister's son to the people and say, look, I am acting against the big fish, unlike the Congress party. So clearly, Mr. Modi, while there will be questions over the timing, I think will try and recapture the high moral ground that he had lost in a way after the Nirav Modi banking scam came to light.
Rajdeep, the entire defense of Karti Chidambaram, at least legally speaking, has not been weak. I remember Kapil Sibal arguing in the Supreme Court and openly challenging the CBI that if you have evidence, arrest me. Today that arrest has happened, but what is interesting is the entire manner in which this arrest was done. At the airport, trying to get Karti Chidambaram off the guard, and this entire method will have to be justified even at the CBI special court.
Not only the method, Anusha, and you rightly put that there will be questions over the method, but the timing.
Right.
As I said, for a year now, the CBI has claimed to have evidence against Karti Chidambaram. There have been search and seizure operations, raids that have been carried out, and really, the charge of FIPB license, it seems as if it isn't the strongest case at the moment. However, there will be questions over the assets which Karti Chidambaram allegedly possesses. Subramaniam Swamy has pointed out to several alleged Benami properties across the world. There is allegedly an email trail. Given that, while the timing will be questionable, Karti Chidambaram and his legal team will also have to answer the substance of the charges that will be made. But yes, because it has come again after the Nirav Modi scam came to light,
right,
it will be seen at least by the Congress as an attempt at political vendetta. And it will be interesting to see, therefore, how it actually plays out. Is, as I said earlier, corruption simply an equalizer, where the Congress targets Modi on Rafael and Nirav Modi, and the BJP targets the Congress on Karti Chidambaram and similar cases in the period when the UPA was in power?
Right, Rajdeep. Thank you so much for giving us that perspective. And Rajiv, this is clearly a question, as Rajdeep is pointing out, that it is seen as a balancing act of the need of Modi corruption versus Karti Chidambaram case. But as far as the legalities and the finance of the matter is concerned, the financial modalities of the case is concerned, while one may say a lot of things outside the court, when it comes to the procedures in a case involved, it is very difficult to establish those financial trails. And the 2G spectrum case is a classic case in point.
Yeah, absolutely. See, and here also look at the divergence. What P. Chidambaram has said is that this involves something like 10 lakh rupees worth of, I believe, services as a lawyer that he may have given to these firms, while CBI, while ED has alleged it's a 3.5 crore bribe that was paid for allowing a 305 crore investment into INX media versus an approval of only 4.62 crore. Right. So there's a wide divergence between what is the claim and what somebody is saying that is is a fact. So to prove a trail of 3.5 crore versus 10 or 11 lakh that P. Chidambaram is saying was paid services is itself in question. But let me say one thing. One of the biggest reasons that he has been arrested is the fact that there is apprehension within the Enforcement Directorate that Karti Chidambaram since May 2017, when this case was filed, has been divesting properties, has been closing bank accounts, and those have been some of the reasons why they are apprehensive that these are meant to prevent him getting implicated in this case. So this may be one of the reasons why he's been arrested immediately, although the arrest was inevitable when Supreme Court on 23rd of February said that it will not it will not cancel the summons that had been issued against him.
Right, but as you point out, right, there have been apprehensions of the ED and the CBI that he's closing in these bank accounts, he's trying to divulge this entire money. At the same time, they were not able to conclusively present this at the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court clearly did not give him any relief, but at the same time, there was no conclusive finding against him. At the same time, in the FIR which is filed, there is no name of Mr. P. Chidambaram as well. Mr. Subramaniam Swamy is making a lot of allegations, but the Supreme repeatedly said that we're not going to entertain any petition on this matter. And Rajiv, the entire FIPB board is done away with because it was thought as a procedure and a formality which we did not need in modern day and times.
No, that's true, but the law, see, the way the law works is that whatever is the law of that time holds. Right. So under those regulations, if there's a violation, that will still be considered a violation, even if that authority or that ministry or that regulation itself doesn't exist anymore. Right. So this is precisely how the law works. If some murder has been committed on a certain date under a certain jurisdiction, under a certain law, it will be considered a murder, even if that legality may have been done away with.
Rajiv, a quick question before I go to T.S. Sudhir, who's also with us, that when you look at the details of this case, the financial transactions involved, and you're saying that there is a huge difference in the sort of figures that have come out in open, what is the biggest challenge according to you when we talk about establishing this financial linkages and trail? What is the biggest challenge that the CBI and ED
precisely
has?
What you said about the 2G scam is just not, eventually even the investigating agencies in the 2G scam failed to close the money, to close the loop, the fag end of the loop. They were not able to close. There were money flowing, and then you have to also prove the intent behind the flow of money.
Absolutely.
There may have been money flowing as a loan to somebody or the other. So the precisely what you said in 2G scam, this is going to be the challenge here as well. The difference between a 10 lakh and a 3.5 crore 10 lakh for paid for services versus 3.5 crore bribe, as has been alleged, and the fact that this all has been coordinated with the FIPB while Finance Minister P. Chidambaram was in
clear conflict of interest there, right?
No, you are saying that the conflict of interest arises the moment you can prove that trail.
Right.
But if you cannot prove that trail, then it could have been a decision that the FIPB takes by itself.
Right. Isn't there a certain sense of presumption of conflict of interest?
There is presumption, and that's precisely what P. Chidambaram has said in his, in his petition before the Supreme Court, where he has said that my fundamental rights are being violated.
Right.
And this is precisely what he has said, that there is a lot of presumption in this. There was only about a 10 lakh rupees, probably paid for his services. And the allegation is that, it's been about 3.5 crore bribe.
Right. So, Rajiv, making a very interesting point here, that there is a huge anomaly in the sort of figures that Mr. P. Chidambaram is talking about, the CBI is talking about, and clearly closing those fag ends, those loose ends about establishing the financial trail has always been a very tough job as far as the courts of the country are concerned. T.S. Sudhir also joins us on this broadcast. Clearly, there is, a sort of opposition that one has seen also in the opposition parties. The DMK spokesperson, when it spoke to us, clearly toed the line, and he said that this is a witch hunt which is happening. Give us a sense of how does this entire case impact the politics of the state? What are the implications of that, of this case?
Well, I don't think it really affects the politics of Tamil Nadu, because Karti Chidambaram and P. Chidambaram were really not seen as state leaders in Tamil Nadu.
Right.
The only political activity that Karti Chidambaram would really do is to look after the constituency where he contested from Shivagangai in 2014. But I must tell you a couple of interesting details. About 8 months back, a senior official of the finance ministry told me that they have a watertight case against Karti Chidambaram. This was 8 months ago, and which is why this entire time delay has not been very easy for them to explain as to why they are taking such a long time to actually proceed effectively against Karti Chidambaram. We saw a couple of raids taking place at his residence, both in Chennai as well as in Delhi.
Right. Sudhir continues to be with us. And Sudhir, coming back to you, you were sharing some details about what the foreign ministry officials had told you off the record about the sort of case that they have against Karti Chidambaram.
Well, it was about 8 months back that a senior finance minister official had told me that they have a watertight case against Karti Chidambaram. So why did it take so long for them to actually arrest Karti Chidambaram and proceed against him in the INX media case? Number two, I think the arrest of his chartered accountant Bhaskar Raman 2 weeks back was a clear indication that action against Karti Chidambaram was pending. Also,
Right.
if you see the kind of narrative and rhetoric that is playing out in the Karnataka elections campaign trail, the kind of stuff which is being said by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, accusing the Siddaramaiah government of being a 10% commission government, in a sense, putting the charge of corruption in the Congress court, that he has to send money to the Congress High Command in New Delhi almost every month. So basically the BJP looking to fight fire with fire, looking to charge the Congress party with corruption. And I think that the Chidambaram corruption case will be used as an effective tool by the BJP, especially in the Karnataka elections, to say that the Congress really does not have any locus standi to accuse the BJP of corruption. So that's the kind of narrative that I see playing out. The Congress will, of course, will talk about the timing, as both Sanjay Jha and PC Chako have been talking about, saying that the timing it suspect is basically to divert attention from the Nirav Modi, the Punjab National Bank scam case, where the BJP is being accused of some kind of misdemeanor and has to give answers. So essentially, this tutu meme is likely to continue, but the Congress will definitely find it difficult.
As Sudhir, you point out this tutu meme and this argument of going back and forth and trying to disown this entire controversy will continue on. Akshay also joins us for more details. Akshay, Meetu Jain was just reporting and saying that there will in fact be some medical tests and examinations which will be conducted on Karti Chidambaram before he is brought to the national capital. Any details on that front? What time is he likely to board the flight? Has that been confirmed? What about the medical tests? Will they be done at the airport itself?
Well, Anusha, around 7:40 today morning, Karti Chidambaram landed from Leddi in the Chennai International Airport, and he was taken into custody right then from the Chennai Airport itself, and he's been kept in the Chennai Airport lounge from morning, and 8 o'clock onwards the enquiry began, is what our sources are telling us, and 10:45 Jet Airways flight is the flight that he was likely to board into. So all the formalities which had to be done in Chennai was concluded within that period, is what we are being told by our sources, and also he's likely to land in Delhi by 1 p.m. Is what our sources are saying. I'm right now standing outside Karti Chidambaram's residence. You can see that there is a security guard standing here, and a few minutes back we also had a few of the Congress supporters who were here, including a person called Karati Tyagarajan, who's a very close aide of Karti Chidambaram, and he was telling us that at 10:45 is when he's going to be taken to Delhi, and also Karti's mother, Nalini Chidambaram, who's right now present inside the residence, she will also be heading heading to Delhi very shortly, and she's also stated that it is a political vendetta that is being played out here against Karti Chidambaram, and they also accused the BJP government of covering up all the scams that are happening in the country and putting into priority cases like these, which are false, is what Nalini has accused. And this is what Karate Tyagarajan has even spoken to India Today as well. So it is going to be a complicated affair, because we know that Karti Chidambaram will be produced at the Patiala High Court today evening.
Right.
And after
as
that,
Akshay
we'll
reports all those big details from the ground, clearly Karti Chidambaram is not going to be without a legal defense. In fact, he is going to present a battery of lawyers. None other than Kapil Sibal had represented him at the Apex Court. And now with the political twist around this case, it is about the prestige of the Congress party as well. And we need to see how those entire proceedings pan out at the Patiala House Court. Well, with that, it's time to slip into a short break. We'll keep tracking this big story on the other side. But for all the latest news and updates, you can log on to our website, indiatoday.in. Don't forget to download our app on your smartphone and stay updated with all the news and developments.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.